welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm doing a series of meditation tools and how to use them. So this video is about the second meditation tool that came into my life. It was completely random. I had been using the pendulum for almost 5 years, and I met someone and we dated for a while. And randomly one day he asked me if I wanted this book. And the book was actually about ancient runes, the symbols of the ancient runes and their meaning. I had been wanting some cards or something that I could use beside the pendulum. I had no idea which ones I wanted or which ones to choose. There's so many. I just felt overwhelmed with trying to choose one. And so when these randomly came into my life, I was so grateful that the universe just kind of gifted me with them. This specific book it's called The Rune Cards by Ralph H. Bloom. This book came with a set of cards, and the rune symbol is actually made into a picture that kind of depicts its meaning. I loved using these. I used these for a number of years. So this book does have all the rune symbols with a reading that goes with each rune symbol. So when you choose a rune, there is the meaning of the rune, but if you happen to choose it upside down, that's called the reverse. And so there is a reverse meaning to it also. So I've used this set for a number of years. A couple of years ago, I went into a kind of a shop that had a lot of different crystals and spiritual gifts and meditation tools, and I found these stone tiles that have the rune on them. And so they had a lot of different kinds. I personally just got the amethyst, the tiger eye, and the aventurine. But I love just digging my hands through them just because I'm kind of a touchy-feely person, and then choosing a rune for my meditation of the day. One thing I've discovered with these runes is if I'm drawing a rune because of a specific ailment in my body, maybe my ankle's hurting, or I have a headache, or whatever rune I choose, I can draw that symbol on whatever part of my body that is in pain. And I have found that to be quite helpful, actually. So I'm going to do an actual reading so that you can see how these rune cards work. So as I mentioned earlier, there's an upside and a downside to the symbols. So when I shuffle the cards, I'll just cut the deck and then twist it and shuffle. I'll cut the deck. As you can see, I'm not proficient in shuffling cards. You shuffle. I usually do this 3 times. Cut the deck and shuffle. So for this next part, you can just lay your cards out. This is a slick surface. Usually I do this on a little bit rougher surface, but you can lay the cards out and then choose one, or you can actually go through every one to see which card resonates with you. Another way that I've done it is just to cut the deck. The other way that I have picked a card is, and if I do it this way, then I don't shuffle first. So I just go ahead and pick up half the deck and then just kind of put it in the front and in the back until one card presents itself. Or it might be several cards. You know, several cards might fall out at one time. So when that happens, I just allow it to be. So when my cards have fallen out and my intuition says choosing my cards is complete for this moment, then I go ahead and set them out and look at them. So as you can see, so here the first ones that fell out was protection and growth is actually upside down. So the protection card definitely, you know, to me this is a sign that I am definitely being protected, you know, and I do feel the protecting energy around me. And one of my affirmations that I've been saying a lot lately is I am safe. Because there are a lot of times in my life I have not felt safe. Not so much physically safe, but emotionally safe. I have spent a lot of years feeling emotionally unsafe. So I'm at a time in my life when I'm really focusing on being safe emotionally. So this is just a confirmation to me that I am protected, I am safe. So the growth card is upside down. So to me, it's just a message that my growth might be a little stunted at this time. So it's important for me to ask questions, you know, like, is there something I can do at this time to help myself grow? Maybe I'm just in a holding pattern for right now, and I just need to keep myself safe so that I can have a place to grow. So then the next cards are initiation and standstill. So the initiation card is upside down, and the standstill card. So for the standstill, there is no upside down or right side up because it is just one line. So this is just a confirmation about what I said about the growth, that I am kind of just at a standstill. I need to keep myself safe and protected and just allow myself a little time to grow, to go within myself, to see, you know, what my next step is, to listen to my intuition. So initiation, I'm actually not terribly familiar with this card, so I am going to look it up in my book. And that's number 6, page 117. So with this book, you know, there's the meaning of the rune, and then since it's upside down, then I'm going to look at the reversed meaning of the card. As I read this, you know, so these other cards, it was just kind of what came to me. With the initiation cards, even though I'm reading this, there will be certain words or phrases that will pop out at me. So those are the words and phrases that I need to pay attention to. A counsel against expecting too much or expecting in the ordinary way. for the old way has come to an end. You simply cannot repeat the old and not suffer. Call in your scattered energies. Concentrate on your own life at this moment, your own requirements for growth. The rune of initiation counsels you neither to focus on outcomes nor to bind yourself with the memory of past achievements. In doing so, you rob yourself of a true present, which is the only time in which self-change can be realized. You may feel overwhelmed with exhaustion from meeting obstruction upon obstruction in your passage, yet you always have a choice. You can see this apparent negativity as bad luck, or you can recognize it as an obstacle course, as a series of challenges specific to the initiation you are presently undergoing. Then, each setback, each humiliation, becomes a test of character. When your inner being is shifting and reforming on a deep level, patience, constancy, and perseverance are called for. So stay centered, see the humor, and keep your faith firm. Wow, every word was just a confirmation of things that I have been working with on myself. So this has been a powerful reading for me. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. You are so fabulous and so loved. Have a glorious day.